I'm always last minute. I stopped by Betsy Ross Costume Shop to talk trends and get a little inspiration and find out what a costume shop can offer you. So let's take a look. The pumpkins are carved, the candy is picked out, your kids have their costumes, and all of a sudden you realize it's almost Halloween and you don't know what you're dressing up as. Well, we've decided to go straight to the source. We're here at Betsy Ross Costumes to get a little inspiration. And the go-to person to make sure that you are all decked out in your Halloween finest is, of course, Betsy Ross herself. Now, when you're not sewing the American flag, it seems like you're sewing some zippers into costumes.
Lots of zippers.
Can't miss a good opportunity for a pun, but we're here for some last-minute inspiration. And I can imagine that a great place to start for inspiration on what you're going to dress up for Halloween is what's trending. So what are people asking about this year?
Well, top of the list is the Frozen costumes. And because we don't really deal with children's things, we've concentrated on adults. We found some wonderful things that we've added to our collection, plus we've made a few of our own.
And I have to say my favorite character in Frozen is Olaf. That could be a little tricky. Do you have an Olaf costume?
We do, and he's absolutely wonderful.
And I'm sure that comes of no surprise that Frozen is on the top of the list, but what else are people asking about?
Well, superheroes are still very, very big. Since there's so many new movies out, and there's movies that combine many different superheroes, there's a lot of choice out there now.
And it seems a little easy just to go with what's trending. So as someone that works in the industry, that owns a costume shop, what do you think are good ideas for people that maybe don't want to just dress up like Batman this year?
We are trying to move people toward the basics, back to traditional costumes. We've had people ask for things like Raggedy Ann and Andy, which we haven't seen for years now. We like to look at the classic historical characters, Renaissance and ancient characters from like Roman times and Greek and things like that. So it gives people more of a choice. It's sometimes easier for us to costume them when they need a bigger size, and they can accessorize them themselves and make it their own.
And do you think this is a good opportunity for adults to be a little nostalgic and dress up like something they loved during their childhood?
Oh, definitely, definitely. I mean, we're seeing a new trend with just basics, witches, ghosts, vampires, you know, that's what Halloween's all about.
And of course we have to talk about your shop because it is stocked with everything you can need for Halloween. And I think a lot of people, when they're rushing around looking for a costume last minute, forget about costume shops. What does a costume shop have to offer?
Well, number one is service. We have excellent service, the best in Western New York. You know, there's no place you can go where someone's going to style a wig for you like my aunt did the other night for a woman before she walked out the door. So that's the key thing. And we can help with a whole range of sizes where, you know, those that have a difficult time with maybe a plus size can come here, and we can fit just about anybody. I can't promise all, but just about everybody.
And if you don't want to just continue to fill that box of old costumes in your basement, another thing that people should consider is renting costumes.
Yes.
So what can you tell us about renting costumes?
Well, it's an easy process. You know, you can look through a book and pick out an item, try it on. If it's something you choose, we write a simple contract and you leave a deposit and pick it up the day of your event. That's it.
And my final question for you, and is one that I'm sure a lot of people have already asked you, there has to be a lot of pressure for you to pick out the perfect costume. What are you going for as Halloween?
I'm going to be a candy corn.
All right, well, it's always a treat, not a trick, when we stop here at Betsy Ross Costumes. Thank you for having us today.
Thanks, Matt.
And if you're looking for more information on last-minute costumes, you can head over to BetsyRossCostumes.com to find out what they offer. But right now, we're going to change gears from spooky costumes to ghoulishly delightful desserts in the kitchen.
Yes, the